Sinder model physics tweet sparks crazy backlash. Yo, it's been a long time since we talked about Sinder, since the drama. But anyway, let's dive right in. Let's get it.
So, of course, one of the big topics recently has been about the whale, but
Again,
recently a lot of people have also been talking about another person who has been kind of, what do you call it, affiliated or brought up a lot of the time whenever it comes to Bao, or even vice versa, which obviously is Sinder. We've talked about Sinder a lot. Obviously,
Holy
she's back
shit.
after the whole situation that went on. But yeah, she recently uploaded this post saying, "I hope you don't mind my VTuber physics,"
Oh,
which
okay.
of course is
I know what this is. Like, I don't need to see it, but I know what the context is. Like, I know what it looks like now. But anyway, like, all I can say about Cinder, like, first of all, like, I'm not really that I don't really watch a lot of Cinder content. For one thing, I know that like I used to watch Cinder, but not this Cinder VTuber. Like before she debuted as a VTuber. You know, I am considered one of the like the I wouldn't say like OG but ancient. Yes. Like she has like a different channel before she went Cinder. And yo, all I could say is that please, Cinder, if you listening, if you watch this, man, like, man, please make some content to your old channel, man. Please, I beg, please.
a video of her just swinging them about. Essentially, I can't really show this on YouTube because again, I probably will get taken down. So she's literally just swinging them backwards and forwards like that.
Yep.
You can probably guess what
The
that's
ballistics.
like, and if you guys want to go and see it, you can go and check out her post, right? But essentially, a lot of people have been comparing her to Bao the Whale, of course, who's recently been doing a lot of face content. Now, this has been a big debate, of course, due to the fact of, you know, is she really a VTuber? She shows her face and things like that. And obviously, Cinder is there, you know, doing more VTuber physics stuff, right? So it's a
Wait. Like, I don't think that Cinder really like do a lot of IRL, because most of the time when she would do IRL, like, it would be at like conventions where she could just cosplay as herself. Because I like, even though like I don't watch Cinder that much, but every time like I see her post, like every time like she would go to a convention, she would just do cosplay as her while wearing a mask. And all I could say, even though like, you know, like Cinder is been through a lot of situations, as also with the drama, I can still say like Cinder is still a VTuber. Like, even though like technically a YouTuber, but still a VTuber, where the majority of her content is still using a VTuber model. Yep.
essentially like the polar opposite of what Bao is doing. Bao is moving to more IRL content, and Cinder is doing a lot of VTuber stuff. Now, to be fair, I have seen that Cinder has been doing a lot more IRL stuff too. I think she went to like a convention or something. But again, I wouldn't say as much as obviously Bao is. You know, kind of, you know, every single post that Bao does now is pretty much all IRL, right? Which is a little bit different. And of course, there has been some comments though towards Cinder and stuff like that based on this post, including this one, saying Bao is retarded for flesh posting and Cinder is retarded for blank slop. Two of the biggest issues in the VTuber industry. You think this is appropriate for a platform that allows minors? These blanks need to F off to a different trend already. Now, of course, yeah, one of the big things they talk about is, you know, saying on Twitter, essentially, she's posting this video of her, you know, moving them about, let's just call it that, right? And they're essentially saying that, yes, the platform full of minors, but I'm gonna be honest, Twitter is one of these places where I feel like it is mainly adults, just due to the fact of the kind of content that's on here and things like that. Now, of course, you could argue that, you know, there would be some people that might be exposed to it, which again, would be a problem, but I mean, it's Twitter, right? Honestly, I don't really know what you're gonna do,
Bro. Like the argument of, you know, like, do not post this on Twitter because there's minors. Bro, you don't know what Twitter is. Like, Twitter is basically a corn app. like haven't you thought about that before installing the app on your phone? Like legit, like Twitter is already a corn app where every time it is I guess it's like a randomizer, you know, like you never know what you will what would you see on your timeline, whether you'll see like a cute like an animal post or cute cat videos, and then you will get to see some real suggestive content, even though like you don't even like engage in type of those content. But if you ever engage like at least one post where you know like the content is suggestive, that will infect your entire timeline, where you're just basically a you know like a gooner on main account. And shit, man, like it is what it is. Like if all in to be honest, in truthful or in a factual way, probably like 70 or 80% of the content on Twitter is basically like made for adults. Like I swear, like NSFWs, you got like we got like drama, we got news about, we got gore, we got like basically everything that even like adult audience can consume. And like you know like for even like minors who already like been here for the longest of times, they're already being affected. Like they already got brain rotted here on Twitter because they already seen it all. Like they already seen it all in every fandom they joined, every community they joined. They seen it all, and now they are scarred and also brain rotted, and also I don't know whatever influenced them, all in one app.
Now, of course, some people said it's cool to ignore them if you don't like them. This moral blanking stuff, it just comes off as petty jealous shit and not a good look. Saying if you don't like my comments, it's cool to ignore them. Saying allow minors and made for children are two completely different things. And yeah, boys love this kind of character. Little children's, they are who should find another platform. I'm sure there is a channel dedicated to nursery rhymes on YouTube. Saying that doesn't excuse them showing blank. Yes, children shouldn't be here, but they are. That doesn't excuse the grooming them, which again, you know, I think that's like one of the issues for Twitter more so, because obviously Twitter has built itself up to allow this kind of content, and if not be a pretty major space for this kind of content. So it's kind of up to them to sort that stuff out, right? And to avoid, you know, obviously the wrong people from looking at the wrong kind of content. Now, of course, there's been a lot of people as well commenting on this in the replies, saying this is probably this is probably one of the least damaging things on Twitter to kids. It's just boobs get a life, which of course I think is also true, because you know obviously the video itself, as I said, although she's moving them about, as I said, she is like clothed still. Like it's not like, you know, nude or anything like that. It's fully clothed.
And also like I got this question now, like you know, now that I thought about it, like yeah, like there's all like yeah, it's very suggestive, especially on Twitter. I don't know, like I would call this as, you know, like this Sinder post as a mild suggestive post, where you know like showing the physics, the ballistic physics. But if you're gonna talk about like NSFWs or like basically like really suggestive content, you know, like sexually suggestive, and you know like showing a lot of skin, it is just not on, like it's just not only on Twitter. There's already like other social medias, like such as like Instagram, or it could be like Facebook, if you know like if the moderation is shit. Like in like there's already suggestive content out there, you know? And I guess like you know like I guess like Twitter is already like, when it comes to suggestive content, they're pretty much to, you know, like to relax when it comes to moderation of it, because you know, as long as it's not really like really gory or really suggestive, because if it's really suggestive, it might as well like be shadow banned, you know, because that's like how Twitter works. Like if you post like NSFW, especially art and pictures, your account will be shadow banned. Yes. And I guess like this one is just, mildly suggestive. And if you think that, oh, like, turn down the suggestiveness on Twitter, bro, it's like it's everywhere. It's every social media. Like like it's just not only on Twitter.
And yes, is it very revealing? Of course, but it's not like, compared to some of the other videos and stuff on Twitter, it's pretty tame, to be honest.
Yeah, it's tame.
Right, saying, I think the bigger issue is people like you, what sort of gatekeeping you losers are doing, how the hell are any of these two women doing what they want to affect you. This attitude is the same one that has shunned you VTuber freaks in the first place, and now you're doing it to someone else. Which again, yeah, I mean, to me personally, it's just like, I don't really care. Like, for example, like Bao, right? If she wants to go and do IRL content, I think that's fair enough, right? It seems to definitely be a very popular avenue to go down. A lot of VTubers doing it and being successful at it. So why not give it a try? Why not do it? And I think that if she wants to go and do that, then, sure, go and do that. Now, obviously, if I was a, hardcore VTuber fan that loved VTubers and say I loved Bao the Whale, right? Then, yeah, maybe I'd be a little bit upset at the fact of, oh, she's not doing VTubing content as much anymore. But it's just one of those things where you just go and find a new VTuber to watch, right? Sure, maybe you miss like her personality and things like that. But of course, if you miss that, then just go and watch her IRL content if that's really one of the biggest factors for you. But if VTubing itself is a bigger factor for you, then just go and watch something else. Then the same goes for Sinder as well, right?
Yeah, like I would agree that, as a, content creator or streamer or VTuber, whatever, like if you have like a certain tangent or a certain arc in your career as a streamer or as a content creator where you want to like change things up a bit, or if you want to like move around things, like different direction of your content, yeah, like that's pretty much their rights to do it. Like they can do whatever they want, but like expect that a large chunk of your community or your audience will be disappointed because, like in the first place they followed you because, like here's for example, like Bao the Whale, right? Like Bao the Whale, the VTuber, right? Like she has like a big audience, like her big community, like supports her, right? And then, and now like she pivots to IRL content where she would do live streams where, with her showing her face, just doing anything that is IRL, right? Yeah, like I guess like that's a pivot of her content, but then again though, like a huge chunk of her audience will be disappointed because like that chunk is a VTuber loving watcher, the VTuber loving community where they would, watch and support VTubers like Bao the Whale, because in the first place she was a VTuber, but now she is no longer Bao the Whale, she's Bao the Human. And I guess like the Bao the Whale enjoyers are disappointed, angry, and might as well just not like support Bao anymore. Yeah, like you made them mad because you're no longer a VTuber. But yeah, there's some who would support you, who will support Bao either way, but like like I guess like the majority of our community is just disappointed and all, and probably just like eventually they will just stop watching overall because they're not watching a VTuber anymore.
I think that of course, if you don't like that kind of model and you don't like her doing lewd kind of content and things like that, then you don't have to watch her, right? You don't have to, interact with her. You don't have to, interact with any of the posts. You can just go about your day and watch a VTuber or watch someone else that you don't think is, as lewd or whatever, because that's the freedom of choosing, right? That's the freedom of being able to pick what you look at and what you can kind of consume over on Twitter or over on YouTube or whatever. You don't have to stick around. You're not being forced. No one's like sat you there with like fingers around your eyes, but like you must watch this, right? No, of course you just like you even block them if you want, right? It's anything to if you don't like that content, you don't have to consume it, right? Which of course is what a lot of people are arguing, right? Saying, I don't care for either content creators, but saying for platforms that allows minors like it's their issue is dumb. They make mature content. It is not their job to babysit minors on the site. Parental control is a thing for a reason. Saying looks through following, looks through followers, hypocrite. Saying, my god, 2D blanks are gonna kill the kids. Saying, I thought parents should be the ones checking what their children are watching. Which of course, yeah, it's like one of those things where essentially a lot of people argue for and against censorship, and it goes into this whole thing, right? Should you censor this? Should you kind of keep this content from people, or should the parents be able to deal with it? Now, I'm under the impression that the parents should deal with it, right? The parents should be the ones that are controlling what their child is looking at.
Yo, holy shit, I almost forgot about this argument, like how to control your kids of consuming content on the internet. Because I seen this before, or not seen, like, I guess this is everywhere now, like, why would parents would entrust governments to babysit their children in any case of what they consume on the internet, like such as what games they play, what videos they watch, what social media they they stick around, all that type of jazz. Like, here's the thing, when you rely on the government, or like your country's government and all, to parenting your kids, or like babysit your kids on what they can consume or not on the internet, like it should be the job for the parents to don't let them watch this, don't let them play that, just monitor your kids on what they consume. Like, there's already a lot of features on every app. Like, I guess there's some, but might as well use those parental controls or features to monitor your kids on what they consume. Like, here's an example. There's YouTube Kids, where you can let your kids watch some videos on that platform, instead of just bitching around on YouTube where they need to moderate their content because kids are watching. They already have a different app for that reason, and they just keep bitching around that they need more moderation on YouTube. And I guess Twitter is bad now because how the content is circulates around Twitter, and might as well make another platform of Twitter, but for kids. Twitter for kids, so that they can learn how to ABC by reacting to drama. Oh my gosh, man! Yeah, just be a better parent, and just monitor your kids on what they consume on the internet, instead of just handing that responsibility to the government. Holy shit, man! Do your job as a parent.
Whether they're on Twitter or not, which again they shouldn't be, right? So that's up to the parents, I feel like. But of course, a lot of people, say, oh, there's kids on this platform and things. Well, what do you want them to do? Do you want them to censor the platform, right? And I'm sure they don't want them to censor the platform. I mean, most.
Oh shit! You know what? Just a little bit of continuation of the last argument. This is why we got digital IDs, and also mandatory facial scans on the internet now, because parents couldn't do their damn job to raising their kids, and also monitoring their kids on what they consume on the internet. I blame those types of people, man. I hate parents are just too lazy to be parents to their kids. Holy shit.
People don't want platforms to be censored. It usually is a thing that should come down to, as I said, parents, or people actually preventing this from happening in the first place, right? But of course, it just opens up this whole can of worms of, as I said, the bigger censorship conversation, and who should really be at fault for it, who should really be, should you implement things to stop this from popping up, or should the parents be dealing with this, and should they be the ones to kind of control this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, of course, it's interesting. I'll see you saying Lahuza saying this blank is I mean, that's a big sentence.
Holy frick.
Say like, dear God, get it together. Do you not realize that these are both fancy workers? You're crying about 2 sex workers doing sex work, which again, yeah, I mean, that's, fair enough. Saying fresh posting sounds like body horror, and for the love of fuck, stop putting slop at the end of everything. That has destroyed what it means, and the ableist slurs are completely unnecessary. Grow up. Which, I mean, I don't care about that, but of course, it's just one of these situations where I think it doesn't really matter, right? If people are getting mad at Sinder, and there are other posts, by the way, of people also being like, oh, is this what VTubing is coming to, and things like that, because of course she's a lewd tuber. People, well, she does lewd content. Would you class her as a lewd tuber? I guess so, because she does a lot of lewd stuff, right? So yeah, obviously a lot of people, there is a big community of people out there who, well, I say big community, there is a community of people out there who dislike that kind of content, and of course I don't really get it. I think that if you don't like it, then you don't have to watch it again, as I said, but of course many people want to like bring them down and things like that, but at the end of the day, I just think that people can just do whatever they want, right? If they're allowed to do it, they're not doing anything illegal or anything like that, right? Then they should be allowed to do what they want. And if you don't like it, then you don't have to watch it, right? You don't have to interact with Sinder, you'd have to interact with Bao, you'd have to interact with any of them, but of course, I don't know, it's just stupid at the end of the day. It's just really one of those things where, should this be an argument? Not really. You should just kind of continue with your day, right? But yeah, of course, it is pretty ironic though, considering the old Bao and Sinder drama, and what Bao had to play in the Sinder drama. Again, that is something else that people have been bringing up as well in like comparison, and saying like, oh, Bao moved out of VTubing afterwards, where Sinder stayed in, which of course is also another conversation. But I'm gonna be honest, again, it's one of those things, it doesn't really matter. I don't really care. Like, if Bao wants to go make other content, great, right? That's great. If she wants to go make IRL content, that's great. And if Sinder wants to continue making her whatever content, great, that's fine too, right? It's just one of those things where, yeah, you don't have to care about it this much. They're just random people on the internet that are doing their thing, and you can interact with if you want. If you don't want to, don't have to, right? But yeah, that's essentially all there is for this video though. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kaza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.
All right, great video from Kaza as usual. W's in the chat, but yeah, like I do agree that if you don't like what they're making or what their content, then you just don't watch it. Like, don't consume it. Like, it's easy how it is. Like for example, like here as well. I sometimes I don't want to admit to the fact that most times where like people who watch my videos, like they tend to like dislike the content, and also like because this is not like how like reactions do, because I tend to yap more, and like it takes too long. And yeah, like if you don't like what they make, or what my content is, you know what, it's fine. Like you just like don't watch it, like it's that simple. So it will just save us both of our times and just move on. Like, it's that really simple. But yeah, also, like as I said before, your parents, like parents watching this video right now, you better monitor your kids, man, because at this point, man, I'm tired. Like another set of parents are just handing out like parenting to the government, because at this point, man, like this is pretty much like a big catalyst, like the catalyst of the internet being censored, because like every social media, every platform, or every every town, like digital town hall, where if we can have like certain discussions, topics, dramas, etc., content is just like being blocked for like, unless you're gonna do a facial scan, or just submit an ID, or probably like the last 3 digits of your socials. Fuck that. I will not do that shit, man. Just, fuck, man. Just control your kids. They're just monitor your kids, man. Please. We don't want any censorship, man. But fuck, man. Yep. Sometimes I'm sick of tired of this like censorship, man.